Indahash is down quite a bit. It's currently at 1.5 pennies. The crowds are going a little bit crazy. They're starting to ask questions. What's going on? Well, let's do an analysis of what happened with Indahash over the past couple of months, because this was one of my highly recommended picks, and why I still might be crazy enough to believe in this company and Barbara. My name is Mike or Kubera. Let's get into it. These are the charts of Indahash, which for some may be a very depressing sight. This is from February all the way to June, so it's been a 5-month period. At its maximum, the market cap was nearly $99 million, and at its maximum, the price was nearly 62 cents. And it's dropped since then to a low of almost a single penny. Currently it's at 1.4 pennies. It's down 1.2%. The market cap is at 5.8 million with a volume of 7.6 thousand. That has moved up from a volume of 2.4 thousand the other day. So that was kind of really low point. And over the past couple of months, as you know, there has been an incredible bear market, but Indahash was one of those coins that really took a swing downwards. So we're going to discuss a couple of the things that could have gone a little bit better and why I still believe in the company and the team, not necessarily the coin. The coin needs some adjustments, but this is going to be a review of something that I already reviewed multiple times. This isn't sponsored. It's not paid. This isn't sponsored. It's not paid. I had to redo that because I hit my mic. Great. We're going to look at the statistics. So around the time that Indahash was launched, there was heavy volume, and Indahash got anywhere from 40 to 50 to 60 million dollars, probably 40 to 50 because of Bitcoin, Ethereum swings around that point. And on top of that, they had the coins. But if you remember, Indahash had 0% coins. They introduced the buyback features, which when they finally did do that, unfortunately, it didn't really change the market, as you can see. Now, one of the main negatives that a lot of people got really upset about was the fact that when an exchange announcement finally happened, it was way too late for it to make any impact, and of course it wasn't as large of an exchange as plenty of people thought. Now that itself happened with a lot of coins. I'm sure there was probably opportunities for Indahash to get launched on a certain exchange, but as we know, with some of the larger coins and some of the larger exchanges, there's fees all the way up to a couple $1 million. In certain cases it's worth it. I'm sure there's some decisions that were made that nobody really knows what the right answer to them will be. This is only a 5-month period for potentially a company that's going to be running for the next couple of years, because I want to introduce you to the fact, I've chatted about this before, but the CEO is Barbara. She is here. Forbes wrote about her, Forbes Poland, and here is her LinkedIn. So before creating Indahash, she had her own company called LifeTube. She sold that, and that was working with a lot of YouTubers. And then she worked as head of MSL and a strategy director. She graduated from the University of Warsaw, so she definitely has quite a bit of experience on her notch. She's dealt with some of the largest names in Poland and Europe out there. And then, of course, it turned global marketing. She is in a presentation with Gary Vaynerchuk is coming to Poland, and Barbara is one of the first people he's going to be speaking with. Barbara received a reward from Entrepreneur of the Year, so that was for both her work at LifeTube and Indahash. So it's going to show you that this isn't an individual who's like, oh, okay, let's make a couple million, invest in me, and there we go. This is a highly dedicated entrepreneur that spent the past 10 years of her life in business. She has currently a company with 7 headquarters around the world, over 100 employees, going on to 200. At her maximum, she had a network of 32 million subscribers. These are numbers that would make some people tremble. Does that necessarily reflect well into the cryptocurrency market? A lot of people did think about that. And at first, you know, the marketing seemed really good. So here is an article from Trudex.io. What happened to my ICO? So this was back when the IDH's total in market cap was 33 million, and the price did fall quite a bit. It fell 67% from the ICO. Here it says that the project raised $42 million. The Twitter at the time had 10,000 while the 2 Telegram channels had 17,000. Currently, the Telegram has, let's check it out, 11.3 thousand members, of which for the past couple of months you've seen a lot of negative responses there. But we are going to chat about something today that one of the members did talk. Mr. Vale Gag, he was commenting about this for the past couple of days, and I will read his message just in case somebody from Indahash is watching this, or maybe others might agree with this. So a lot of members did agree with Val on this, and I actually agree with him as well. Here is what he said, quote unquote. The whole process of registering on a regular trading platform which offers Indahash, then transferring Indahash to the platform, buying Ethereum or Bitcoin, transfer it to an exchange where you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum into fiat, where you also have to register first, is not a good solution at the moment. It takes too much effort from the user. Now, his solution for that would just be to cooperate with a company which is currently issuing credit cards or payment with cryptos, so 10x, Monaco, WireX, etc. This way, the influencers get paid in Indahash. They could transfer the token to the wallet of those companies and spend them almost immediately. His question was, does Indahash have such plans or something comparable for this problem? Now, my own input upon this is partnering with 10x, Monaco, or WireX. There's a lot of companies that already have reached out to these guys. Now, maybe after the bear market, it's a little bit easier to work with them, but I'm sure there's still got to be a lot of legal work, a lot of fees going into this, and it's not easy to form a partnership between one company and another company, and both of these are kind of behemoths. When you're dealing on the scale of tens and hundreds of millions of dollars, things just take time. Although that itself is a pretty good idea to consider. So Indahash did get a lot of highly rated reviews from most of the ICO rating websites. Trudex, for example, here got the highest scoring ICO on the database to date. So the problem and solution for these guys got 100%, the marketing 95%, the ICO details 100%. Now let's go through. The problem and solution are not only clearly defined, but they're also operational, can be tested and verified by downloading the app. So the app had hundreds of thousands of influencers, 330,000 to be exact, and it reached over 900 million people. That's why they got 100%. It's really just looking at the numbers. Marketing, it received 95%. Around the time of the year ICO, many crypto YouTubers were featuring the project as a hot ICO, which it did get some of the larger name brands out there. Ian Bellina has made multiple videos about. I did a live stream with Ian Bellina and Chris. That was pretty cool. So other than me, there was Crush Crypto, there was Bitcoin for Beginners, Ivan on Tech. Hey, there's my video, Crypto Jack, Crypto Love, Keith Waring is down here. And if you go to the second page as well, you can see Crypto Coin Show. All right, where is he? I missed it. There, right above Crypto Coin Show's Cryptoverse. Chris, there we go. And then you got pages and pages of smaller influencers, but they don't really matter. So it still appears that Indahash's Twitter is at around itself. You can see that there's 712.7 thousand influencers, 30,000 posts and campaigns, and they're operating in over 80 different markets currently. The Reddit could use some work considering it is a marketing company. From my personal perspectives, what I noticed was I do think they could have handled a couple things better. Updates on terms of Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, just in general on the social medias, answering more questions. I do understand there was a lot of people just asking the same questions over and over again. In a Telegram, I do believe there should have been more people going through. It did get chaotic at times and most people started flooding like crazy, and I was one of those that hodled on for quite a bit. I sold finally when it was around 8, and as you know, there was 5 figures lost. But just because you lose in the short term doesn't mean you will lose in the long term. I am not somebody who's going to be giving any investment advice. These are only my opinions. For me, it was a fun experiment. I'm going to stick to what I do best, which is working with influencers, building my YouTube profiles, and just doing offline projects as well. Indahash was a fun company to work with. Barbara's worked with some really big name brands out there, anything from McDonald's to Pepsi. I find it hard to picture her going bankrupt or the company just losing all of its employees. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the token. I do think there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, but if they are able to address certain things, maybe within a year, things can definitely turn around. And of course, if there's a bull market. But before that happens, there's going to be a lot of crap coins that still need to get removed. The company itself is going to do just fine, but I definitely want to hear your opinion if you were an investor, what you think the problems were with this company, why it is a short-term failure. It's funny how another name brand that we're going to look at, 628 with a $4 million market cap, is B Token. This started at its high point was nearly 27 pennies. At its maximum was $20.18 million market cap, and it fell quite a bit. Now it's at 2 pennies, and this had 50,000 users on Telegram, so obviously the numbers can differentiate between ICOs, but I think as a whole we've learned a lot from ICOs this past year. Since I am in Poland, not too far away from where Indahash offices are, I'm actually going to reach out to Barbara. It's been quite a bit. I still honestly respect the fact that she gave me this awesome opportunity. After Indahash, one of her employees did send out another offer for different companies in Poland. So that was really cool. Not only did I receive a hefty payout with a gift on top, as well in addition to that, it was other employment opportunities. And I was offered a chance to even work on certain projects with Indahash. Unfortunately, I was just dealing with too much at the time. I wasn't able to fully partake, but overall, very great experience. I'm curious what she's gonna say with Gary. Gary's a master marketer. Let's kill it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button or dislike it, but let your voice be known. We shall see you guys tomorrow. And write down in the comments what you thought about this video, what you think about Indahash, Barbara, what they could have gone a little bit better. And that is that.